Right. Jon Rahm is with us now at the 107th PGA Championship. We'll jump right into a few questions, starting right here on mic 7, please.
John, you played a hell of a round of golf today and some tough breaks down the stretch. Just how close did it feel to being really special?
It was very close. God, it'd been a while since I had that much fun on the golf course. It's 15 holes. Even the first 7 of the day where I was swinging well and things just weren't happening, but I, kept myself in there, make the pars that I needed, and then play really good golf from the 8th to the 15th, right? It's just mistakes around the green that, that bunker shot on 14, I thought I landed it what I needed to. It's just softer bounce and a misread, and then, what to say about 15. And yeah, the last 3 holes it's a tough pill to swallow right now. Especially knowing 16, right, is not the narrowest fairway in the world. Like, that bunker's in play, but you're lucky enough you have a shot to the pin. Not a terrible swing, but, bad enough to put me in a really difficult situation. And yeah, the more 16. 16 was tough. Never an easy shot, but it just, have to be firm with that right edge of the green. And if the wind doesn't move it, you're still in a good position to make par. And even though it was really close from being a good swing, it was just bad enough to end up where it did. And then, at that point, 18 was just rough, right? The same mistake I did on 16 was the same mistake on 18, just different clubs. It's not that bad of a swing, not that far off. The result is horrendous, but feeling-wise, it's not that far off. But a lot of positive to take from this week. I know it's pretty fresh wound right now, but there's been a lot of good happening this week and a lot of positive feelings to take for the rest of the year.
Over to mic 2.
John, when you look back, and I know you said yesterday that you do look at the scoreboard a lot. I mean, did you know you were in a tie? And
Yeah.
What was your feeling right then? You feel like you had the momentum, and this was maybe your tournament?
That's a hard thing to say. I feel like that only happens when you're walking down 18. If you have a lead and it's yours, up until then it's anybody's game. But yeah, you know what position you're in, because even if you don't want to look at leaderboards, the crowd lets you know. They're so excited that it doesn't matter. They'll tell you, right? And even when you don't know exactly what's going on a hole, if you hear a cheer, you do know what's going on, right? Like on 12 green, when I hit my putt at the same time I heard a cheer from 10, I was fully aware that was a Scotty birdie. You just can tell, right? You're there enough times. And even then, even if I was one back, I knew that if I finished right at par 13, if I finished the last 5 holes in their par, I was going to give myself a really good run to possibly win it or maybe go into a playoff. And if there's ever a time where it felt like it was slipping away to an extent, it was not birdie in 14 and 15. That was definitely the mistake before obviously finishing poorly.
Up top to 18.
Hey, John, just you talked about how much fun it was for those first 15 holes, but then when it turned, was it just nerves down the stretch there that compounded the mistakes, or what kind of led to some of those, like you said, bad swings? Was it subconscious, or can you even answer that this early on?
It's a couple of things. If there's ever somebody sitting right here that tells you nerves weren't a part of it, they're clearly lying. It's the main thing of what we do as a professional sport is controlling what goes through your mind. But it's a bit it's a couple of things. I think it's linked to some of the things I've been working on in the swing. It was a trend today, right? The tee shot on 3, 5, 7, and then 16. They're not bad swings. It's just a ball that starts left and is just not quite cutting. In fact, I would care to say on 5, 7, and 16, if there's zero wind, all the 3 balls are in the fairway. But with the wind being off the right, it's not a swing that I can afford to make, right? So it's kind of what happened there. Perhaps I've been hitting my draws fairly well all week, and the only reason why I didn't choose to do it on that hole is because I didn't think I could cover that bunker. And I would have left the ball probably too close to the edge to have a chance to go for it. So that's why I thought the stock fade was better, because if I overfaded, it would be on the front of the bunker and have a chance to go for it. But maybe that was the time to aim at that bunker and unload as hard as I could possibly on that swing and hope for the best. But that has its risks as well. So yeah, I think it was a bit of nerves. Can't pinpoint exactly right now. I'll go back into what happened. I didn't feel like I rushed anything. I didn't feel like the process was bad. So there's something there that I can't quite tell you right now that I might need to think about for a little bit.
You said the wound was still pretty fresh. How do you heal that over these next few weeks?
Well, I think it's the first time I've been in position to win a major that close and haven't done it, right? The only times I think I've been on the lead in a major on a Sunday, I've been able to close it out, and it's a very different situation. So I don't know exactly. But if there's ever a time where families 4 is the best, luckily I'm going to get home maybe on time to get the kids to bed or not, I'm not sure. And to them, whatever I did today, win or lose, they don't care. So that's always a good perspective. And I always like to go back a little bit on something that Charles Barkley likes to remind basketball players all the time, like I play golf for a living. It's incredible, right? Am I embarrassed a little bit about how I finished today? Yeah, but I just need to get over it, get over myself. It's like it's not the end of the world. Like it's not like I'm a doctor or a first responder or somebody where if they have a bad day, truly bad things happen, right? So I'll get over it. I'll move on. Again, there's a lot more positive than negative to think about this week, and I'm really happy that I put myself in position and hopefully learn from this and give it another go in the U.S. Open.
Okay, we've got time for one more here with Bob, and then Spanish with Juan.
Say sorry for the long answers. I'm trying to process things right now as I go. So,
the tee shot on 14, it looked like it was drawing in there pretty nice. Were you thinking it's going to hit and land and roll up on the green, and then it kind of took a nasty kick to the right end of the bunker? I know the bunker isn't horrible, but when you're following it, are you thinking that ball's on the green and I've got an eagle putt?
Hopes of an eagle putt, yeah. I mean, to be fair, that might have been the best swing of the week. I mean, right, for a guy that can't hit draws to hit a draw with a 5-wood that well on that moment. If anything, I expected the wind to be just off the left. It was helping a little bit more than I thought, so it carried that extra 10 yards. Had it landed short of the green, you probably would have kicked a little straighter and have a chance to maybe stay on. But it landed on a part of the green that sloped severely to the right. And to be fair, where I ended up in the bunker, if A+ is on the green, that's position A. I mean, it's about as easy as an up and down as you're going to have. Being short right on that ball in the fairway, it's a harder shot. Still fairly easy, but it's a harder shot. I mean, at that point, I did what I had to do of the tee shot, right? Even if it had landed on the green on line, probably would have gone long, and that's a much more difficult up and down. So yeah, there's nothing I'm going to overlook on that one of the tee. That was a perfect shot.
Jon, nunca has quedado segundo en solitario en un major, ¿no? Y a mí me parece que está bastante claro que tú no juegas a ser segundo, ¿no? Entonces, cuéntame un poco esa mentalidad el domingo de ir a por ello, ¿no? O sea,
el objetivo es ganar, está claro, eso siempre. Así que sí, la idea es ganar, ¿no? Pero también prefiero terminar, si quedo en segundo en solitario a 3 o 2-3 golpes, que quedar empatado, ¿no? Eso sí. Siempre juego para terminar lo mejor posible, ¿no? Sí, es un poco una pena acabar tan mal. La verdad que quizá me haya precipitado un poco hacia el final, ¿no? Podría haber pegado, ojalá hubiese pegado mejores golpes, ¿no? Pero el único que sigo pensando es el 17. El 16 no está tan mal, es lo que hay, son cosas que pasan. Es un bogey que es muy fácil hacer en ese hoyo, el 17, ¿no? Esa bola tiene que ir a tierra firme, no al agua, de cualquier manera. Y puede que el golpe que tenía en mente no fuese el adecuado, pero bueno, de todo se aprende.
las satisfacciones que te llevas de esta semana.
Hay muchas, pero ahora mismo es difícil de pensar en ellas, ¿no? Hay muchos positivos, muchísimos, pero duele, ahora mismo duele un poco, ¿no? Así que, bueno, ahora pues descansar esta noche, hacer las maletas para mañana, para irnos a casa y ya ir procesando un poco lo que ha pasado, ¿no? Pero me imagino que esto es algo que tardaré un poco más de unas horas de remontar.
Muy bien, gracias.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, Jon.